Every single 6 and 7 figure agency owner or consultant that I've worked with over the past year has told me the exact same thing, which is funnels don't work as they used to. And they're right, because only 2 years ago, having a traditional, simple, linear marketing funnel would get you clients on autopilot. But today, that approach is more than that. And the only reason for this is that people don't buy in a straight linear buying process anymore. They jump between platforms, they binge on your content, and they buy only when they're ready to do so, not when your funnel tells them to. Now, the good news is that every single agency owner or consultant that's scaling to 100K per month and beyond isn't even using a traditional funnel in the first place. They've adopted a new client acquisition system that a majority of people are completely ignoring. My name is Giovanni, and in this new video I'll be breaking down exactly what this new client acquisition system is, how it works, and how we've implemented it with some of our clients who are generating hundreds of thousands of dollars per month with the system alone. I'll be showing you how we've implemented it and how you can implement it too to scale your agency or consulting business. So without further ado, let's break it down. So this is a traditional marketing funnel, and as you can see, it's a straight line process and it forces people to buy in a set way. They have to convert from a traffic source to a website visit to a booked call to a purchase. Now, if you think about your clients or even about how you buy, you'll realize that almost no one buys this way. In reality, your ICP's journey could look something like this. So they could first watch a reel, comment on that reel, check your IG, and forget about you for 2 weeks. Then they suddenly come across one of your ads. They subscribe to your newsletter only to ignore your emails for 2 months straight. But little did you know that after 2 months, they're going to come across one of your videos and they're going to end up booking a call. Now, this is the way that 99% of the people buy. And the reason for this is that funnels are non-linear because every single platform that is part of a funnel interlinks with each other to get people to buy. Now, this is not how a majority of agency owners are running their funnels. What a majority of agency owners are doing is forcing traffic through a linear funnel and trying to get people to the last stage. And this doesn't get results for the simple reason that you're forcing people to buy in the way that you want them to buy, not in the way that they want to buy. And so what happens when you force people is that at every single drop off point, you're going to be losing a load of leads, which means losing a lot of revenue. Now, founders see this and they say, let's fix this. Let me add some fake scarcity, limited time offers. And the problem is that that isn't going to increase conversion in between phases because people already know this. People have been buying online for a while now and they can see through these tactics. So conversion rate decrease even more. Now you get a funnel full of holes, and the only real option that you really have is to put more inputs into a system. And now the real nightmare starts because they're starting to invest all their profits into ads to put inputs into a system and trying to get someone to buy. And they achieve it, but only 1% because everyone's falling off here, here, and here. So as a result of this, you achieve lower conversion rates, you achieve higher friction with your prospects and increase the drop-off points. You lose revenue and you increase client acquisition costs because you're forced to invest in ads to put inputs into the system. And the worst part is that you're only capturing 10% of the market because let's remember that 90% of people aren't ready to buy. And why would they? Because they don't know you, they don't know your solution, they basically don't trust you or like you yet. So now the real question is, how are 6 and 7 figure agency and info business owners making linear funnels work? So every single question has a simple answer, and the answer for this is they're not. They're not making linear funnels work because they're not building linear funnels in the first place. What they're building is an attention ecosystem. And so what the hell is an attention ecosystem? An attention ecosystem is a non-linear client acquisition system that captures, nurtures, and converts attention across multiple platforms. And the main difference between an attention ecosystem and a linear funnel is that an attention ecosystem doesn't force people down a rigid path like a linear funnel does. It allows leads to move freely between different touch points until they're ready to buy. And so before I get into the details of what an attention ecosystem is, let me just tell you that every single successful coach, consultant, agency owner making hundreds of thousands or millions a year is implementing an attention ecosystem. Charlie Morgan is making more than 1 million a month implementing this. Iman Ghachi is making more than 500,000 a month with his recently dropped offer. He dropped it like 2 months ago, doing the exact same thing. Ravi Abuvala, same thing, 1 million a month. So what is an attention ecosystem exactly, and how are these guys implementing it to crush it online? Well, to understand what attention ecosystem is, we need to understand what are the components of it. So here we see different platforms, and each platform accomplishes a really specific role. So the first component of an attention ecosystem are attention nets. And attention nets are platforms that are ideal to introduce you to your ideal prospects by leveraging powerful algorithms that maximize the chances that your content is discovered by someone that didn't know you yet. What these platforms do is push your content to new, colder audiences who may have never heard of you before, and they act as an entry point into your ecosystem. So as an example, TikTok, Reels, Shorts, they're perfect for this because they have super powerful algorithms that allows you to get discovered in the first place. All the big names online focus a lot of time, energy, and resources to getting new attention into their ecosystem. So they pump a lot of content to get colder audiences looking at their stuff. Now, these platforms have high organic reach and they're low intent platforms because you don't get to choose if you watch my reels or someone else's. You just get fed the content that the algorithm deems best for you. This makes it ideal to get discovered, but it isn't ideal to nurture people over time, to build relationships, or to convert. And I see so many people in the info space that are focusing a lot of resources into these platforms, not understanding that getting discovered, getting views, getting new eyes doesn't equal getting conversions. So this gets you discovered, but once you're discovered by someone, you need to be able to turn that attention into trust to be able to convert. And so here's where the second element of the attention ecosystem comes into play, and these are attention pools. So the role of an attention pool is preserving and nurturing attention. And what they do is they retain and nurture attention of people who already have entered your ecosystem. These platforms usually provide a dedicated space where potential clients can come back repeatedly, consuming deeper content, building trust, and moving closer to a buying decision. And so perfect examples for this are close friends, email, or community platforms just like school. The great thing about these platforms as well is that I know that if you're reading my emails, for example, you're not getting bombarded by algorithms and content from other people. While if you're watching my reel, you have another reel on top, you have stories, you have different things that can capture your attention. So if you're here, you've moved one step deeper into the ecosystem. These platforms are not so great to get discovered because you usually require some sort of opt-in, some sort of consent to communicate with someone and get them deeper into this stage. But once they're here, they're great to build relationships and to nurture them into a buying decision. And there's so many people in the info space that are placing all their resources and all their attention into building their attention nets, but not nearly enough into building their attention pools. And I can give you an example of this because I've been in touch with people from teams making 8 figures a year selling info, and they've told me that they make 70% of their conversions through email alone. 30% is the industry standard. And so if you're not focusing on this, you're losing sales. The reason why this is because it accounts for the variable of time. If I create a reel, I have a split second to catch your attention and to make you stay with me. While if I have your email, I can nurture you with valuable content over months and months and months until you're ready to convert. This is the most effective mechanism to convert attention into trust. And once you have the trust, then you can convert into revenue. And you do this through the third element of the attention ecosystem, which is the conversion mechanism. The main conversion mechanism is the linear funnel integrated into the attention ecosystem. And what it does is provide a direct path to purchase for those clients that are already interested. If someone reaches this part of the ecosystem, they already trust you enough and they're actively looking for a solution to your problems. And so you don't need to sell them aggressively or apply any sales tactics. You just need to open a door that they can walk through. Common elements for conversion mechanisms are websites and calls, but I've highlighted YouTube here and I've done this for a reason. And the reason is that YouTube is the only platform that can be an attention net, an attention pool, and a conversion mechanism in of itself. It nurtures and builds trust over time because if someone likes your content, they're going to come back and watch more of it. And they can also get notified when you post another video if they're subscribed. And it converts to high tickets after nurturing and nurturing and nurturing. And so you don't really need any other platform to make an attention ecosystem work. YouTube can carry the whole of it. Now, the reason I know this and the reason that I'm qualified to talk about this is because I myself have made multiple 5 figures alone from one single video. I've seen it firsthand with my own channel, with my co-founder's channel, and we've also implemented it for some of our clients. For example, Robert, which is using a combination of LinkedIn plus YouTube and has generated over 100 leads from one single video. And here's proof of that. Now, the only reason that I'm mentioning this is because YouTube is a central piece in every single ecosystem. If you take a look at Alex Ramosi, Imangachi, any big name online, they all have in common YouTube. They can focus on any other platform. For example, Matt Gray uses more LinkedIn. Imangachi uses more Instagram, but they all share in common YouTube. And if you still don't believe me, let me show you how Charlie Morgan uses his attention ecosystem, having YouTube as his core element to generate more than 1 million per month. And so if we take a look at Charlie Morgan's attention ecosystem, we'll see that he uses basically every single platform. Reels, Short, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, he uses everything. In terms of attention pools to nurture and deepen relationships, he's focused on email only. Now, the most interesting thing is that despite all the platforms being interlinked with each other, every single platform redirects directly to YouTube. Why? Because Charlie Morgan understands that when someone gets to see his YouTube, they get nurtured with hours and hours and hours of content. He's basically selling you in every single piece of content that he does. And so once you're seeing his YouTube, if you want to buy his product, he has a simple call to action in the description. He leads you to a website, you watch his video, and then you book a call, and that's it. He has focused his whole attention ecosystem around YouTube because he knows it works. Now, let me show you the benefits of applying this approach instead of a linear funnel. And the first benefit is that you capture attention at all stages because you're not platform dependent. You can start with one and then expand to the others that make more sense for your ICP and your business. The second benefit is that you reduce friction and drop-off points because I don't need to walk through the whole funnel to be able to book a call. I can just watch a reel and book a call, or if I need to get nurtured and I need to get convinced over time, and can just watch a reel, sign up to your email list, and then get nurtured from there until I decide to book a call. I buy at my own pace, and I can buy in the way that I want to. Now, but making sure that only people that are ready to take the next step book a call, you make sure that you close easier, high-quality clients, because by the time that they end up in a call with you, they've been nurtured and they already trust you. And the fourth and best benefit is that you create a long-term compounding growth system, which allows you to focus on building your business instead of having to produce content over and over and over again. And again, YouTube is crucial for this because you produce one good piece of content and it will get views for months and years to come. And some of the effects that we've noticed for ourselves and for our clients are higher conversion rates, higher prices, higher LTV, higher paid in fulls, less objections, better clients, and room for scale because you can actually focus on what matters. And so even though this is the playbook that every single agency that's scaling to 100K per month and beyond is using, 99% of people are still trying to force outdated funnels. But that's the same reason why this is the perfect time to build an attention ecosystem before everyone jumps onto it and it gets outdated as the rest of the funnels. So if you want to build an attention ecosystem that allows you to scale your business organically with more profits, less headache, more dream clients, more paid in fulls, higher prices, and everything that we've seen already, just go to links in the description and you can book a call with me or my co-founder and we can see how we can help you get there.